Just about set for football as we welcome you to SoFi Stadium, Inglewood, California. Tonight, a good one in the NFC. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Los Angeles Rams. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. We welcome you. That's the punter, Ethan Evans, to get this started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. So the Buccaneers come out, and Baker Mayfield leads them out. He has found a spot to be very comfortable. The former #1 overall pick out of Oklahoma, who turned 30 in the offseason, and has done a nice job with the Buccaneers the last few years.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 9. Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. They'll find the rookie out of Ohio State, Emeka Egbuka. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
3rd and inches.
An early test to start this one. 3rd and inches. They'll run the sneak. And he's going to have a Bucs first down. At least at first glance. They'll spot the football just beyond the marker. And they convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A gain of 15.
His second catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
It'll get forward to about the 42. Braden Fisk is there to bring him down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
That's Egbuka in motion. On 2nd down, Baker. Now, screen set up for Irving. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. That's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 17 yards on that connection. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Still first down.
Baker. Gonna give it to Irvin.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. Left side, he's got Ibuka. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another first down.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Emeka Ibuka, the intended receiver. Now they'll be looking at 3rd and goal.
Well, it's probably one of the most used cliches in football, but I think this is probably the appropriate use of missed opportunity. I mean, he's open in the end zone. All he has to do now is catch it. So that's a play they're going to look back on at the end of this game and say, man, we let that one slip away.
And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
So often down here in these goal-to-go situations, so much of the emphasis is placed on taking away the wide receivers and the tight end targets in the end zone. It's not so easy bringing these backs down on the check down, so give a lot of credit to this defense, rallying to the ball and keeping them short of the end zone.
24-yard attempt.
McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Bucs are out to an early 3-0 lead.
Rams nothing.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. On the return, this is Blake Corum. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Rams once again led by Matthew Stafford at quarterback. First 12 years with Detroit, his 5th year with the Rams, including a Super Bowl championship, winning Super Bowl 56. The #1 overall pick all the way back in 2009.
Stafford was one of those guys, Mike, that I think through the first half of his career was probably the most underappreciated quarterback in the entire league. The talent was always undeniable. But what he was constantly discredited for was just the fact that he was on some really bad teams that were left to play really irrelevant football down the stretch. Immediately changed that narrative the second he joined a championship roster. Now, he's just trying to see if he can add some more hardware to that resume and solidify that legacy even further.
2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And that is Incomplete. Kyron Williams, the intended receiver there. And that's going to lead to a fourth down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
So fourth down, the Rams will send out Ethan Evans to punt. Cameron Johnson deep to return this. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Buccaneers offense ready now for their second drive. They had the field goal on the opening drive to take the early lead. See if they can improve on it here. 3-0 is our score, and it's 1st and 10. It's Otten in motion. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. He's brought down by Kobe Turner.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Right back to Irving. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
That is caught. He got Godwin. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
The Buccaneer first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
1st and 10. On play action, Mayfield. Godwin working the right side. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
First down.
It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They'll go again here with Irving. And nice work here. He's got the first down to about the 30-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Mayfield. This pass is caught by Cade Otten. And he's in! Cade Otten! Touchdown, Tampa.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He's got it. And the Buccaneers are out to a 10-0 lead.
Buccaneers 10, Rams nothing.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll pick this one away. On the return, here comes Corum. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Rams coming back out dressed in their new NFL rivalry-inspired uniforms. Midnight mode. As you know, we're in Hollywood, so you have to do a little red carpet fit check here. This is an homage to the greatest show on turf days, a little bit darker blue. They're calling this one Midnight Navy, yellow on the sleeves. I feel like I'm at an award show. The yellow is the nod to the 70s and 80s Rams. It really is a complete homage to the history of this franchise. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
And the Rams first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Down at the 41. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. The motion man is Nakua. It's another run here for Williams. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. They gain 18 yards on that one. Good for a Rams first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
It's the quarterback with a sneak. And he's going to have a Rams first down, maybe by about a yard, as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. That is the former Pro Bowler, Hassan Reddick, in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Stafford now on 2nd down. Short throw pulled in by Parkinson. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Throw on third down, Stafford. Here's a shot toward the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Buccaneers offense ready to take over once more. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early, and they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Irvin. And he's fighting to get free. A lot of work there for a gain of 3.
24-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 6. Out of the shotgun. Mayfield. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
This one is caught by Shepard. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem. And that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
He'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there.
42-yard line.
The motion man is Nakua. He'll send the receiver in motion to the left. They go play action with Stafford. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
2nd down, it's Stafford. That's going to be incomplete, and they'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
Brings up a 3rd
and that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
Nakua pulls it in, and he'll be taken down with the 1st down as time will run out on this opening quarter. Second quarter now, Rams in control of the football as they've got it with 1st and 10. They put Adams in motion. Play action now for Stafford. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And he's going to have a Rams first down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Hassan Reddick there to make the play.
2nd and 7.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
At the 20-yard line.
On the option, here's Williams. And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down, first and goal.
14 more yards. That's another Rams first down.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
They run on the jet sweep, and this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical. And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. That one taken in. Jordan Whittington. Touchdown, L.A. Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Rams are on the board. It's 10-7.
Rams 7.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Johnson now to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Bucs offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Here's a designed run. He'll step up and run this. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick 1st down.
There's just so many ways this offense can beat you, Mike. He adds such a layer to this offense with their ability to use him as a designed runner, and we can see there as he picks up the 1st down.
They go play action with Mayfield. That's caught left side by Otten. And he'll be ridden out of bounds after a gain of 6.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 4. It's Otten in motion. Now, faking the give. Get this complete right side to Otten. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. This one intercepted. Nothing better than a big man touchdown. The defensive lineman comes up with a pick-6. Celebration time for the guys up front.
Yeah, Mike, and you can always see which guys have a little running back in their pass, because this big guy, when he got his hands on the ball, he was not being stopped until he found himself in the end zone.
On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Rams are on top. It's 14-10.
Buccaneers 10.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Johnson now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. The handoff, it's Irvin. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Second down throw from Mayfield. To the left side to Godwin. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Now Mayfield. This one on target to Godwin. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. It is a big play for the Buccaneers. 42 yards.
First down, Buccaneers.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Here comes the jet sweep. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line. Going to stop this here for injury. One of the Buccaneers is down. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw is Mayfield. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Buccaneers are back within a point. It's 14-13. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it 1st down. Tight end on the move left. They'll run with Irving. And he's into the end zone. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Bucs move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14.
Rams 14.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. On the return, here comes Corum. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Kyron Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Williams. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
It's a loss of 2.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They put Adams in motion. Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. That's caught by Bucca. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
1st down, it is Williams. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. They'll go again here with Williams. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. 1st down, L.A.
1st down.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
They'll fake the handoff now. Stafford. Open man downfield is Smith. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
1st and 10.
That one good for 29.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he's going to be marked out of bounds down at the 3. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
That's another.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back.
And he's in. Colby Parkinson. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Hardy now to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Rams move out in front by 4. It's 21-17.
Buccaneers 17.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. On the return is Sean Tucker. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Give. This is Irving. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Mayfield. A pass, it's complete. It's Shepard. First brought down, that pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. That is caught. He got Godwin. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. It is a big play for the Buccaneers. A pickup of 44 yards. On 1st down is Mayfield. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Slot man gonna move in motion left. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. He's got it at the 7. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
1st and goal.
They get 24 on that one. And just like that, it's 1st and goal. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
On 2nd down, Baker. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. McLaughlin now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Bucs extend the advantage to a field goal. It's 24-21. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. On the return, here comes Corum. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. They'll start out first down and 10. The shotgun, it's Stafford. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
First and 10.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
A first down throw for Stafford. He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
A gain of 28.
Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
10 at the 11-yard line.
They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Stafford to throw again. The back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Rams.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. He's got it. And the Rams have taken a 4-point advantage.
The score, Rams 28, Buccaneers 24.
So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. Couldn't take the chance. They're going to return it from the goal line. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the studios in the Creative Village here in Orlando. Scott Hansen with you, and we've seen some scoring so far. Both teams getting into the end zone, both teams thinking they could pull out the win in the second half. Who's it going to be? Let's find out. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Kyron Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Second down, it's Stafford. Oh, fine work there defensively. Got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
I got it.
Man in motion, heading left. Stafford now on 3rd down. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They get 25 on that connection. Good for a Rams first down.
10 at the 22-yard line.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Stafford now on 2nd down. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
They'll go with the sneak, and he's going to have the Rams first down. Able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short, the ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
And that one going to be closed down the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
A shotgun snap to Stafford. To the left side, and Adams has it. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Throw it on 3rd down, Stafford. It is brought in the end zone. Puka Nacua, touchdown LA. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Cardi now to add the extra point. His kick is good, and the Rams will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Buccaneers 24.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. To return is Tucker. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and receiver Chris Godwin set to take over again. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. They'll run it. It's over. And a missed tackle there. He pushes forward. It'll give him 4 yards.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 6. Baker to throw. Left side to Godwin. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. They send Godwin in motion. Second down throw for Mayfield. This one is caught by Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That's good for 27 and a first down.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
Now Baker keeping it on the zone read. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Baker gonna give it to Irvin. And he'll get it down to the 12. And that'll give him a new set of downs from in close.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 6. First down, Tampa Bay.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
A dive for the end zone, but he loses the football. The Rams have it. And now, following the turnover, we have an injured player on the field. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Play action now for Stafford. That's out wide to Williams. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Complete to Kyron Williams. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Buccaneers' 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. On the give, it's Williams. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. That's to the right side and incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. To the outside, he's got Smith. And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up 3rd down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
He'll try to run for it with Williams. Trying to drive his way forward. I'm not sure he got there. Going to depend on the mark, but yeah, he's short. Short, and it's 4th down.
That's really well done defensively, Mike. The key to these situations is you got to engage with the blocker, bottle it up, but then you have to get off the block, find the ball, bring them down. That's exactly what they do. No gain, fourth down.
A 34-yard attempt.
Hardy's kick is good. And the Rams will extend their third quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense and receiver Chris Godwin set to take over again. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Here's Irving. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. He's brought down by Kobe Turner.
Brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. On the bootleg, it's Mayfield. Godwin working the right side. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll run the sneak. And he is going to have a Buccaneers first down. At least at first glance. They'll spot the football just beyond the marker, and they convert on 3rd and inches. It's Otten in motion. Off the play fake. It's Mayfield. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
Buccaneer first down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker, and they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Just refusing to go down. He winds up with a gain of 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Right back to Irving. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant. And once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
It's a pickup of 16 yards down to the 16.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Tampa Bay.
This is like a textbook methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the first down. It'll be first and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up until this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. A pickup of 2. Brings up second and goal.
So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Ball at the 3, second down and goal. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And he overshoots everyone. It's through the back of the end zone and incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on third and goal. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He's got his big tight end. Cade Otton. Touchdown, Tampa. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. It's up and good. And the Buccaneers will cut the deficit to 7.
Buccaneers 31.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. This one taken at the 7. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Now it's Williams. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
From the 33, here's second and 8. Stafford out quick to Adams. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up third and 6.
From the gun, here's Stafford. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job for separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
To return is Johnson. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long.
Show them what we're made of, D.
On the ground, it's Irvin. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line, a pickup of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 3. He'll go again here with Irvin. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
It's Otten in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. 11 yards on the connection there. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a Buccaneer first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Closing in on 200 receiving yards for the game. He's been outstanding. That one good for a first down.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement. Nice big pickup.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7. To throw is Mayfield. Get this complete right side to Otten. And he's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
First down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They go play action with Mayfield. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6.
This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
so they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Kyron Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. A first down throw for Stafford. That's to Parkinson, open right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
They run over center with Williams. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Give them 14 on that one. First down, L.A.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
The RPO, that one is complete. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. A big one here in the fourth quarter. 31 yards.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
On first down, Stafford to the goal line and in. Devontae Adams. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Rams will go up by 7.
Rams 45. Buccaneers 38.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Johnson now to return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Buccaneers offense ready to get back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Irvin. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
The tackle by Troy Reader. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
Now Mayfield. This finds Ibuka along the sideline. A pickup of 15 in the air. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
These comebacks, they require a lot of trust and timing from everybody involved. If the quarterback's a little too early, the receiver's not out of his break. But if the quarterback's a little too late, that's when disaster can strike. So give credit. Really well timed. Really nice job by both guys.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
That's one of those plays where you come off the field, Mike, and you're getting a lot of high fives. Hey, good job. But then that secondary's coach pulls you over to the side and says, hey, nice play. But next time, let's come away with the pick.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On play action, Mayfield. That one intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes.
Well, if there's one thing we can say about this quarterback, Mike, is he has certainly been entertaining. I mean, there's been a lot of good, a little bit of bad, and it's kind of come all over the place. But as many nice throws as he's made, he's got to cut down on some of the interceptions.
Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Man in motion is Smith. A give, and here comes Williams. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 2. It's another run here for Williams. And he's going to have a 1st down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
Stafford now to throw on 1st down. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A shotgun snap to Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. He gets this complete, finding Adams. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
First down.
This is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again. So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down.
A gain of a yard.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
On third down, here's Williams. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Kyren Williams. Touchdown, Rams. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Cardi now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Rams will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
52. Buccaneers 38.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense headed back to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Out right, gets made. That's Ibuka. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. It's a pickup of 12. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
First down, Buccaneers.
They'll drop to throw. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. That's the safety, Cameron Curl.
Frankly, Mike, a disaster, and I don't know how else to classify it. I mean, that's now 5 turnovers, 3 coming through the air. You're just not going to win games at this level playing and giving the ball away.
Kyron Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. And a few kneel downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On the ground, this is Williams. And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
And now at 152, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout.
At the 50-yard line.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll go again here with Williams. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
47-yard line.
Quick throw on the RPO is complete. The Buccaneers forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming.
4th down.
Punt team headed out for the Rams as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And a pretty good result there. That's out of bounds right at the 10-yard line. The Bucs offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Mayfield. Over the middle, that's Godwin. We'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
On 2nd down, Baker. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Trying to hook up with Cade Otton that time around. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air, it's Mayfield. A short one there to Otton. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
Important moment here, 3rd down and 4. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, There's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. As a gain of 18.
First down.
Give them 19 yards as they get the fourth down conversion. So it's a win here for the Rams. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Rams are victorious as we say so long from SoFi.